Congratulations, you were dead. I figured something awful was in the mess. Well, the pudding-proofing white people shouldn't spit. This dated shroud is not allowed in my schoolhouse. You're flunking out for those rhymes. All I order shiny quarters if you sell it out. I mean, you got a movie coming now. Sure, that'll be a smash based on every other gaming flick. Well, you can do the math. Now let's do my favorite subject. What happens when I subtract your head from the rest of your carcass and then split it into half? Now class is in session. May I please have your attention? Take this drum rope for suspension. Hang from your neck in detention. Your reign of fame is now ended. I'll sweep the floor with you, man. I get madder every verse you fail. You learn something new every day. I never thought I'd find a game with graphics worse than mine, and I was made in 2 weeks' time. Grading your flunk design, you'd think that I would be your hero. I would sever all your fans, but I just can't divide by zero. It's imaginary, like the fact that your craft was a fad that had a fan base that's above the age of kids that learn my math class. Take out your iPads and please delete your granny app so we don't have to hear the fetus of the neighbor and Slendrina. Battle, Baldi, it is best you just departed. Because when I beat you, we would wind up where we started. The school is your funeral for your game's that inky carcass. Baldi's the hard hitter, bar spitter, claiming the market. If my protege had been assigned an art display and handed in a sketch of you to me as their project for grades, and I would flaunt what they create, they'd get suspended from my place, and I would rip the damn disgrace out of the child's notebook page. Your game is boring, not creepy. You heard a Joey so sleazy. Gave it like four guys and greedy. You're just a puppet like Beatley. It seems so easy, just walk in the league rooms feeding us the exposition. Story is bleak in the game that is tweaking, starting with a weak combat system. That whack axe to play your rocks is clunky, and it still could stop you and your goon, so I care not a battle landing fool you got. This pen game you've got none. I want to rap, you've lost one, so this fast you should drop son or you'll end up alone. Some early access in my classes to my friendless call, cause when I started down and flow, I tend to go to endless mode, and then I'll vote to end your cohort club of depression. Come on, this is a math lesson, not a therapy session. You messing with your friends drove them to madness, so you get a lonely man. You're better off if you ditch class and started up an OnlyFans. The only code that you were broke, the best one with all of those clothes. Sorry, it's looking like Cloudy's the only one here with getting to blow.
Started to believe this industry can't get more shallow. Yet another horrid hurricane makes way into my shadow. Tall and pale, bald assailant, teleporting round the map. But instead of leaving victims dead, you give their ass a slap. Are you serious? I'm furious. People are really fearing this. You must under remake that is more a pre-K that will never equate to be period. That's nearly it. I will sever each leg to crumble your foundation. So step in my elementary for some real education.
The only class you're set to teach is a classic lesson in irony. The game that aimed to parody the horrid tropes we'd always see. But suddenly he's struck by fame, and I hear every step you take as you became the thing you hate. Now the numbers you calculate are on your link Kickstarter page. Isn't that a shame? You started best in class, but now you fail to recreate every other game. You're a problem and you can't erase it, and the only answer that I see is Baldi's basic.
Was a less than pathetic lesson. I guess it's expected from when a bad-driven graduate tries to lecture perfection. I said it's such a pity kids are being taught by the idiot that is massive default dancing on those ironic idiots. But now Bendy is spitting it with no chapters. I am all out. I know you be my focus when I play my sheepish song loud. Wrecked unfinished messes always really seem to crawl out to this hairy situation where I'm shaving bald out. Fall now. You face Satan, so embrace it. Just face it, you're basic. Take a ruler and bash your face in, but you've done that for me. That mug's abhorrent. If math is game, then stack the fame and tally up who's scoring. Even school is not this boring, so just call your whack class of NPCs. They'll learn a lesson when I compress them and cut them out into PNGs. Anybody trying to beef with me must have a messed up head. I say that we should change the name to Baldi Special Ed.
I got a question. Where's your full game? The one that was kickstarted years ago for 60K? Then the perks to all the patrons wound up coming late, and what's left's a glitchy mess that even I couldn't play. The president's telling it how it is after these messes you're dropping in relevance. This time you're writing, I know you're not sentient, so artificial, but like the intelligence. Well, if it's truly the best all that money could do, you're selling it so that your plushie could do. And don't bring up code because from what I viewed, if I broke a program, you'd only improve.
Let's look at your results, and based on your grim grading, I can see why you dropped out of school, Slim Shady. I can't believe it. If you think that verse would make me shudder, then you're twisted as your 12-year-olds who go and stab each other. The question wrong. Everything you said was false. I won't send you to detention. I'm the one running the halls. I'll just take you on a field trip where you'll be taught to admire the hottest horror icon as I roast you on my fire. You're clouding it for bragging about creative style, chum. You stole the final Joker battle from Arkham Asylum. Bendy's tale is told, and I sure hope that you all loved it. Now it's time to close this book and move on to a better subject.
There were no stupid questions, but you proved me wrong with that poetry scheme. Trying to diss me about my release what happened in 2018. Open your third eye in case you can't tell. The portrait of Marcus are ringing a bell. Your dad didn't add it, and all that amounts to a project as dead as your Twitter account.
Should've coded the pages I wrote it, then you went and stole it. Put it in your notebooks with packages, sold it to kids, but you know it is me that you owe. The numbers that you're growing, I give you your start. Hoping you finish, you won't make it far. Now I get freezing, I'll tear out your heart. Then I'm persistent to rip you apart. I was not for the vision, I'm Slender Man. Put you in a hospice, there's no treatment for when 19 what is really frightening to me to speaking. I'm the peak of all horror. You are just a trending fad that is soon to die. I'm right along with Hero Bright and
Liar, it's got jokes and no shade to be king. So now let's see how holders rule and measures up to guillotines. It's obscene, I'll lock you in the basement, but no one's lamenting when I break you into fractions to ensure your true ending.
My game is over and I said my so longs. At least my story made it past the starting prologue. Your face is turning red, get out while you still can. But once you make it through the doors, you'll face me once again.
Twitter account you're a stalker makes sense with the toddlers so placed in your game. At least Tim Salvato completed a project your company's basically lame. I thought you could elevate when your school renovates, but when reviewing your rhymes, I find your rapping is just like your mapping. You randomly generate lines.
Why don't you bring your friends for when we do show and tell? I know the Playtime and Sayori would just get along swell. Like Nancy's nephew snap at me about my gaming crime, but at least Baldi's not on BBC for causing suicides.
I'm done with the erasing of this horror game sham, because you're out of the equation. Now I'm talking to Cam, man. Whenever all your comments has to do something new, we all know you'll say just Baldi so that you can get views.
Game over!